Hi everybody, so nice to have you here and welcome. Today I have a very interesting topic. We're living in the world that we do and we read about climate change all the time. How real it is and what it does or who does it, we can always take another time, but we see the effects. And one of the new information we got out is that now we are 8 billion people on the planet. And then I think, because we have a very interesting project in Sweden, I'm here in Lithuania now, but I got the information from Sweden. And we are 8 billion people, and we have the farming land that we have. So they have come up to this information that we now have 2,000 square meters per person. So this is what we have. So then I was thinking this is a really interesting mind game, because if you only have 2,000 square meters, what do you do on these 2,000 square meters? So in Sweden, yeah, and I guess it's about the same in Lithuania, we use 4,000 square meters. So we cannot continue doing this, because that means that somebody is without. Somebody have to starve somewhere. Yeah. And United States, they are really good. They are 8,000 square meters per person. So, but let's see, 2,000 square meters. So my first idea or my first thoughts about it, okay, what will I grow on my 2,000 square meters? What do I have to do? So then we come into what kind of area you live in. As you see now, we have winter here, it's minus, and I have to adapt to my climate. We have different climate and different problem and different possibilities. So when somebody say there is 2,000 square meters per person, that doesn't mean equal good farmland. Yeah, some is on a hill. North slope is really bad, and the south slope is a little bit better, but flat land, yes, it's really good. And how warm it is it, how much water do you got, and so on. So it depends. But I'm higher up in the north, so I have to accept or adapt to what I can do up here. And as you see, we're winter now, so I cannot grow anything right now. Yeah, well, I can, because if I have a greenhouse on my 2,000 square meters, then I can do more. Can I heat the greenhouse? Yeah, it's really good. But the heat, if you think that we should grow everything that we use, that also mean oil for your car, then you eat nothing, because then your 2,000 square meters will disappear directly just to have petrol to your car or anything like that. So okay, so my first idea, I just thinking here, Lithuania, cold, what can I do? I'm not so good. Oh, I grow potatoes on all my 2,000 square meters. I will definitely survive. I will have a lot of potatoes. And you think, well, is that good? Because you will be really tired of potatoes. Day 55 and you eating potatoes, you be totally bored. But of course, I have my potatoes, and my neighbor have something else, and I trade and so on. That's not forbidden. What you do? Well, maybe I should grow something that is a little bit more advanced, and I can exchange with somebody else for more. So. But anyway, potatoes. But you can only grow your 2,000 square meters first year. Next year you have like taking out all the nutrients from the soil. So what you do now? So you cannot use the whole 2000 square meters to grow. You also need to have something else to make the soil good. You have to plant something who is beneficial, who built up the soil, not only take out energy and nutrition from the soil. You also have to have something that where you put it back. And they have made some tests on this. So that means for if you have a vegetable garden, you want to feed that soil with, for example, grass clipping, then you have to take half of your land. You have to take 1,000 square meters for grass and herbs and so on, grassland, and cut it and put it on the other 1,000. So now you have much less, but then it's more rotating. You can continue year after year. If you feed something and you go back and maybe you changed where you did it and so on. This is the problem there. Tell me if you have some other ideas, if you think different, but because we think, yeah, you have your 2000 square meters, but the nutrition, you just buy horse manure, you buy chemicals and something, put it in. Yeah, but those chemicals and those horse manure or chicken manure comes from somebody who have a horse, and he had a horse on his 2000 square meters. Or like they have found out that if you want milk and so on, you on your 2000 square meters you can have, for these 1000 you can have 0.1 cow, then you can have milk and so on. So yeah, a little bit there, but so this is so of course you will want to have something else than just potatoes. So but this is my start. So I have my land here, so I will start to put out 2000 square meters. I have much more, so I'm happy, but I have to think through, because there's so much thinking into this when you are so limited. Because if we think about it, we are 8 billion people right now, and this counting was done 2019, and now it's 2022. It's 5 years ago. That means we are more people now than we were 2019. But there is also much less farmland, because we destroy farmland every second by this modern industry, the agriculture industry, with big tractors and driving and so on. We have a gigantic erosion and depletion and destroying all land we already have. So that means more people, less land. So maybe 2000 square meters is not even correct right now. Probably is never ever exactly correct. But so this will continue. So, and what do we grow on these 2000 square meters? Like, for example, would we really take a big chunk of our farmland to grow sugar? Everybody likes sugar, but it takes space, and is it really necessary? And sugar and starch and so on, we use to create alcohol. How much of your land would you take for some centiliters of alcohol, and you create and you have to make? Is it really valuable? We will valuable all this. Or tobacco. Would you grow tobacco on your land and have a cigarette or 2 or 3 instead of food for 25 days? So value change here when you are so limited and you understand the reality what we are in now in the world. We have to have a shift in our brain, how we think about everything. Yes. So for example, I love jeans. Can't help it. I have my jeans. They are very nice. I don't want to go naked. But they are made of cotton. And cotton needs a lot of land. So if I want my jeans, how much land do I have to use for having these jeans? That's a crazy thought, but it's there, you know. Also, as I said, what is value? So suddenly things value are really, when we see now they say, the food is 20% higher next year, and oh, it's horrible, I can't afford to live, and so on. Yeah, but do we really value things correct in the world? Because, like you say, we go in and want to shop something, and we think that maybe ecological apple or ecological kale or whatever we buy is expensive. But then at the same time we go in and take a coffee for €4. Come on. You know, it's really, is it really that cup of coffee? Is it really that, you know, delicious? And we don't even buy for the coffee, we're buying for sitting on the cafe. So you pay for that and so on. So maybe the whole culture around and what we value, what is valuable, have to change, because when we see how scarce farmland is right now and how complicated it is to grow things, and it becomes more and more complicated because the climate is moving faster between cold and warm, and it's more windy, it's more rainy, it's more hot, and so on, and so it becomes more and more difficult to feed the world, and the farmers struggle more and more, and they don't get paid for it because we think that food should be cheap. Yes, should it really be cheap? Yeah, it's nice. I love to buy cheap, but it's really not that cheap if you think about what value is, because we really need to eat, drink and eat and breathe, you know. So this is my first thought, and next thought is, then I have to figure out, this is my test now, this is for me, for you, if you like this test, if you are interested in this, what can I grow? How much is 2,000 square meter? I'm a beginner. I have grown a little bit, but I'm a beginner. So I have to really figure out how much can I grow on this. So 2,000 square meters, if you are not into math, and so it's about 45 meters in a square. You know, 45, and you have this here. So it's much if you don't grow, but it's not much if you are a farmer, of course. So what can I do there? This is really interesting, and I will start this journey now and see what function, because I'm up here north, and in north we have apples, we have pears, we have plums, and so on. We don't have mango and bananas and oranges and things like that. Sorry, we cannot grow it here. So, but what do you find in the shop? It's only bananas and only apples from somewhere else. It's very hard to buy a traditional classical Lithuanian apple in the shop. You can't. You have to go to the market and find some old lady or old man who sell it, or you have to sneak out to an abandoned farm or something where there are apples and pick them and take them home. Otherwise you can't get it, and it's crazy. The whole Lithuania is full of apple, but you cannot buy it in the shop. You can only buy apples from Netherlands and Poland and so on. This is really crazy. But back. So What happens if I put an apple tree on my 2000 square meters? What do I have? What can I not have? So I really have to find a good system, to combine different things, because up here, sun is a problem. We have too little of it. Not this summer. I was crazily hot, but we have the angle of the sun up here in north makes it less energetic than in the poles, or the equator. So we always, if I put some and a tree, it will shadow something else. So it's limited. So this is interesting. So what can I put in here? So this is my nest. So my thought and idea and question for you is, how would you build your 2000 square meters? Put it in the link below, comments, and now the journey can begin, because now we are sustainable. I keep myself inside my 2000 square meters, you keep you inside your 2000 square meters, and the race is started. Who will have the most functional 2000 square meters? Very interesting project. If you're still here, thank you for listening. It was really nice to have you here, and I hope to get some comments down below, and I will continue with my thinking about that, and I will come up with next theme around this. Have a nice day.